Another risk for severe weather for some of us going into this evening. I'll have that and the rest of the week's forecast in today's web weather. Well, here's a look at that severe thunderstorm watch. It goes out until about 10 o'clock this evening, though I do think the threat will diminish after about 7 o'clock this evening. But McCurtain County, Red River, Lamar, Fannin County, all included in that severe thunderstorm watch. In effect now through 10 o'clock, here's that zone of what we're where we're watching for development of thunderstorms to go up between now 7 o'clock this evening. With that cold front moving in, that is going to be the culprit for severe storms going into the next couple of hours. Here's a look at the threat today. A level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather for that zone that I just circled. Damaging winds, large hail is the main concern, concerns, but we are watching out for a tornado threat too. Here's a look at those current dew points because it is very moist and very juicy down where we do have that severe weather risk. It's also very warm too. 59 degrees for that dew point in Hugo, but it's in the 60s, upper 60s for Paris, 65 in Idabel, 62 in Broken Bow. Here's a look at those temperatures. Quite the difference here. Upper 50s for northwestern portions of Texoma and 60s with that cold front moving in. It really did a number to many of our locations today. We're feeling a lot colder now than we have been, but off to the southeast though, you can see we're still in the 80s. That's a prime environment for severe storms, and we're not capped either, by the way. That cap broke earlier this afternoon as those temperatures have warmed up. Here's a look at those severe threats. Medium for golf ball size hail up to golf balls. Could even see some localized areas of larger hail than that. I think most folks though will see golf balls with those storms. 60 to 70 mile per hour winds are also low. Here's a look at the future sky forecast for this evening. By 5 o'clock, we're going to see that cold front continue to be making its way into McCurtain County, Choctaw County, and Fannin and Lamar counties this evening. That's going to be moving in. A lot of data, though, not really showing a whole lot of thunderstorm activity. But the environment is prime. The environment is ready for storms. So whatever storm does go up in the environment, it is going to be probably severe pretty quick. We're going to see north winds tonight and into tomorrow. Sunny skies for your Monday. It's going to be a gorgeous day. Soak it up because the rest of the week it is going to be stormy. We've got another risk for severe weather Tuesday into Wednesday. I'll show you that in a minute. But this evening we're going to be dropping down into the lower 60s, upper 50s here in Sherman with mostly sunny skies. Up in Sulphur though, it's a little bit cooler. We're going to be in the low 60s and 50s this evening. Here's a look at your Monday's forecast. Starting out the day cooler on the back end of that front, 46 degrees, 66 by lunchtime. We'll be in the upper 60s for highs tomorrow with those north winds 10 to 15, 5 to 15, 67, 68 along I-35, 69 for folks off to Hugo and southeastern Oklahoma. Here's a look at those morning temperatures in the middle 40s. Here's a look at that severe weather threat Tuesday. We're capped all day Tuesday, but Tuesday evening into overnight Wednesday, I think, is when we're going to see the likelihood for storms. Damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes, yet again a possibility going into Wednesday. Here's a look at that future sky forecast for the rest of the week. Tuesday night into Wednesday, going to see storms, and then through Wednesday through Thursday also going to see some thunderstorms, and we're also going to see that continue into Friday. I think, and Saturday those are the biggest rain days. We're going to see more rain Friday and Saturday than I think we will Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So flooding is going to be a big concern going into the latter half of the week into the weekend. You can see there's a lot more heavier rain showers in southeastern Oklahoma. This is more of a long range kind of model data here that is not as high resolution, but it is showing that we're going to see a lot of rain. Also, future rainfall totals could be up to 10 inches for some of us in southeastern Oklahoma, between 2 to 5 for everyone else. So it is looking like it's going to be a pretty wet week. Here's your 7-day, warming up into the upper 70s. You can see thunderstorms every single day, Wednesday through the weekend, and that cold front moves in Saturday into Sunday. We'll be in the upper 50s by next Sunday.